as some of you know, I've been doing group work lately, and these monthly group work activations have all been quite unique depending on what I've felt called to provide for the collective at that time. And what I've noticed from these group work sessions is that each time that I decide on a topic for the group work, basically I'm channeling that information of what the collective is needing at that time, or the group of souls that are going to come together for that particular month. And what I've noticed is that not only are these individuals who have been doing the work, so the people who are showing up to the group work have been doing the work for themselves. A lot of them are energy practitioners themselves, or who are spiritually aware and embodying to a fairly high degree. But I've also noticed that when we're doing the activations as a group, there's significant shifts and changes that are occurring not only for the group participants, but also for myself. And that was something that I hadn't necessarily anticipated. I do lots of individual one-on-one work, and that was always, focused on the client, and there was always transformation and benefit for the client, and me just being in the facilitator or practitioner role. And with these group work sessions, what I've noticed is that there's profound group transformation and me being included in that. So last month we had the third eye activation, and so we were working on the pineal gland, the third eye chakra, clearing out and purging any blocks to truth, blocks to divine truth, unity consciousness, all of those sort of aspects. And each individual is different, so I'm going through the group and I'm doing all of these tune-ups and clearings and activations in preparation for the group activation at the end, which is channeled through me both energetically and clairaudiently, verbally. So a lot of the time what I'll do is I'll activate through my words. As I'm a clairaudient channel, I will activate through words and also through vibration. But what I wasn't expecting was the sort of after effect or the kickback of the activation. So I've done lots of activations for myself and clients before, but I think for this one, I just wasn't expecting it to be so spicy, and it really did kind of knock me off my ass for a good, I'd say 5 to 7 days after the activation. So here I am, booked up for that week. I've got 2 clients a day minimum, and I'm having to do clairvoyant work where I'm using my third eye every single day for hours on end. And that's my normal, that's what I always do. But this group work activation of the third eye shut that off. So basically what happens when there's an activation is your system has to kind of shut down to reload. And basically, if we think about it in terms of like a software update for iOS, you're downloading a new software for your phone, you have to turn it off, plug it in, let it download, upload, and then restart. And once it's refreshed, then you can go in and you can use all the new apps and the new functions, and you can see how things have upgraded. Our system is the exact same as that. So basically what happens when we're doing certain types of energy activations, some of them are more significant and will require more rest, and some of them are easier to integrate and will require less rest and less integration time. This one was pretty hefty, and it hit me hard as the facilitator, so I wasn't expecting it. And basically what I realized was that I had to kind of lean on my other tools, other forms of divination and other clair abilities, clairsentience, clairaudience, clairalience, the different clairs that I have, rather than just clairvoyance, which is kind of my go-to guy. So it was interesting for the week after the activation, having to do soul realignment and Reiki sessions without having my third eye being fully functional. It's like it was down for the count, and I'm kind of working with tarot cards and oracle cards to supplement what I was lacking in terms of clairvoyant sight, which I would normally have no problem with. So I just wanted to kind of share how after integration, or after an activation, integration can kind of sometimes shut you down, or you might be tired afterwards, or you might need more sleep or more rest, or you might notice that you're purging, or things are coming up emotionally to be dealt with, or physically to be dealt with, or you might notice that the thing that you've activated is now not accessible to you at all until the integration phase is over and the activation is fully uploaded and integrated into the system. And then afterwards it's great because you can use the upgraded system with no problem. So now that it's been a couple weeks since that last activation, my third eye's up and running again. It's no issue, and it's working the same, if not better than before. So What I have noticed after the fact, though, is that there are some of my beliefs that are being brought into question. So as this activation has been integrated, I'm starting to shift certain belief sets where I was very rigid in one way of thinking and opening up to a wider, more vast, non-dualistic perspective. So really kind of questioning my current structures of mind, which is what the third eye is all about. It's divine truth, and it's the ability to see higher truths, which all higher truth is a unified truth. Lower truths are dualistic, one-sided, black and white. So this unified whole and this aspect of multiple truths is something that's just continuing to expand for me. And that activation really initiated, or that activation really kind of punched that up to a big degree. So if you've had a group work session, if you've been at one of the group work sessions, comment below, let me know how it's been for you. I know that I've been in contact with a few of the group members since then, and some of them have been returning over the course of the last couple of group work sessions. And so we've been keeping up to date, and I've been hearing from them how these things are playing out. Some of them are feeling really tired after the activations, and they have to go into deep self, sort of integration and recovery mode where they're taking care of their needs and making sure that their energy is being able to do what it needs to do for this process to occur. Others are really leveling up and seeing manifestations start to happen really quickly after the fact, or they're noticing significant changes after these energy activations are settling in. So let me know what these energy activations have kind of brought forth for you, and if you guys are interested in attending any of the group work sessions that I have, it's all listed on my website, tokittyandbeyond.com. You can go to the services or book online page and scroll down to the group energy work, and that's where we do once a month. It's usually on Wednesday at 2 p.m. and it's on average about $44 Canadian, but it may change from month to month depending on the type of activation we're doing. The last couple have been the same. And because we've been working with that level of energy, I've kept the group small, so it's only about 10 people instead of, big group of 30 or 40, which would be a lot more for me to do energetically. But if you guys are looking for any specific kind of activations, also comment that below, let me know, and we can incorporate that into one of these next month's offerings. So thanks for listening. I would love to see you guys there. Happy energy.